this video, I'm going to show you 3 reasons why you are never going to build your fan base. And I promise if you do not fix these 3 things, you will forever be stagnant with your music. Fighting to push your music out there, fighting to get streams, fighting for attention. Now, I've been there, and in this video, I'm going to teach you the main things that I've learned over the past 3 years of building my own YouTube fan base. And I'm going to explain to you how you can fix the problems that you are probably coming into. Now, I've never built a music fan base in my life, so if you think that makes the things that I'm going to teach you in this video invalid, it's completely fine, just don't watch the video. However, I have built a YouTube fan base by teaching people how to build their fan bases because I've studied what works and I've literally helped countless amounts of artists build their fan bases as well. But just to be clear, no other YouTuber is going to talk about the shit that I'm going to talk about in this video. I'm going to go deep into things that you probably don't even know about and you're not even aware are happening for you, and I'm going to tell you exactly how to fix them. So if you just want to give me a few minutes of your time and watch this video, I promise you it will be worth it. Now, just as a little bit of proof to show you that I'm not a complete retard just spewing bullshit, I've taken one of my students from literally 7,000 post views in a month to 1.1 million, and this is in the span of a month, and this was his very first month just by following the advice of what I told him to do. If you want that, which I'm sure you do, just watch the video. Now, quick plug for me before I actually get into the video. I really want a girlfriend, and it really helps if I have a higher follower count on Instagram, so when I go to DM the people in my city, I just look more high status. Obviously, I think we all know that. So if you could just help me out, literally just take an extra 5 minutes out of your day because I'm making this video for completely free just to help you out. All that I'm asking for in return is you just go to the @onscreen on Instagram, you click the follow button, and you literally just follow me. That's literally all I'm asking. And if you do this, you could quite literally be the reason that I get a girlfriend. So if you want to help me out, go to the on screen. Please go follow me. Now, before I even tell you mistake 1, please, just as a prerequisite of even watching this video, make sure that your music does not fucking suck. Please spend about a year or so just trying to find your flow, your sound, find the genre that you like, even make your own genre. That's what I really recommend if you can figure out how to. Really figure out your sound and make sure that you are unique and you're not just spinning off of other people so that you actually have more reason to blow up. Otherwise, if you're just a clone, good fucking luck. Now, mistake 1 is that you are using the wrong vehicle to get you traction on your music. 3 years ago, when I was completely new to building a fan base, I followed this super popular video by Adam Ivy that you've probably watched, where he essentially just told me to go and search out for 1,000 people on Instagram, engage with their social media so that I can get their attention, and then boom, if I do that to 1,000 people who give me their attention in return, I'd have 1,000 true fans. And then he breaks down like this retarded math where he says if you get $100 from 1,000 true fans, then boom, you have 100k a year. It's the dumbest advice I've ever heard. Please don't listen to this advice. Maybe it worked 5 years ago, it doesn't fucking work now, I promise you. Now, because I was delusional, I tried this and it ended up getting me a whopping 30 streams after repeating the process for 2 hours of my time. If you think that's what your time is worth, then go ahead and do it. But if you think for a fucking second that that is what my time is worth, fuck yourself. Instead of doing this shitty method, what you need to do is you need to use a vehicle that has both of the things on screen in the equation, value and scale. Value is just how much you impact someone's life. And as a musician, the only real value that you can give is just good and unique music because that's what you're giving. And then scale. Now, scale is how many people you can reach per unit of your time. So for example, if we take 1 hour of your time, if you follow the other shitty method, you can maybe reach 150 people an hour, versus if you do the method that I tell you, you can literally reach 1 million people an hour. Now, if you're curious of the vehicle that I recommend to every single one of my students, people on my YouTube channel, and literally like I would tell anyone to follow this path, it's literally just what I cover in this video. I have a full free YouTube video on my channel. It's completely free to watch. It's 30 minutes and I break down in exquisite detail what you are supposed to do to build a music fan base. To this day and age, I promise you, no one, I mean no one, has a better method than I do. Click the first link in the description after you watch this video. It's a full video on the vehicle that I recommend. I promise you, best way to build a music fan base. Once again, it's literally free on my YouTube channel, so you can can just go watch it after you watch this video. The mistake 2 is that you are not working hard enough. I'm not even going to tell you with words to try and convince you on this. I'm just going to literally show you. Now, under all of these blue lines, you see the gray boxes that have a number. That's how many videos I posted in the month of that line, that column. So do you notice how on my own personal YouTube channel, which that's what this picture is, the first 4 months, I literally wasn't doing anything. I posted one fucking video, right? I wasn't working. I wasn't doing anything. I was going through some shit in my life and I just didn't post any videos. I made basically under $250 a month, right? Because I wasn't doing anything. Now, it's common sense, but if you look at the last 3 months where in March, I posted 9 videos and now it's gained me momentum. So I've kind of slowed down a little bit and I've focused more on just making higher quality videos. But in March, I posted 9 videos and it has now gained me the momentum to where I literally have not dropped under a $500 month so far. And I'm literally peaking almost at $750 a month just from views alone. The amount of effort that you put in literally directly correlates to how many results you are going to see. Now, not only does your luck become increased because you can 2 to 5 times the amount of volume that you're putting out, so you can literally just have better odds at your success. If you post 1 video versus you post 2 videos, obviously you're gonna get double the results. It's just kind of common sense. You're gonna double your luck, but not only that, you're gonna double the skill and you're gonna get more practicing, meaning that for everything that you do, it just becomes better because you've done it more and you're getting more practice out of it. So if you want to see results and you genuinely want success, I literally just want you to do 3 times the amount that you're doing right now. So that means if you're doing 1 thing a day, I literally want you to do 3 to 4 to 5 things a day. That's what you do. That's how you become successful. If you don't know what you're supposed to be doing, once again, first link in the description after this video, go watch that and I teach you exactly what you should be doing every single day to blow up your music. Now, this is where I'm going to be getting into shit that other YouTubers don't even understand, and this is your shitty belief patterns. Now, instead of telling you, I'm just going to explain how this affected my personal life, and when I fixed it, I blew up my income. About a year ago, I went into this little mental transition where I didn't actually enjoy making music, but I had to make music content because that's where my income was coming from and that's what my job was, so I couldn't just completely dip away from it. Like, I had to do it. But I had this desire deep down to make this sort of self-improvement type of content where it integrated the two, so music and self-improvement, where I would just talk to the camera and try and give advice versus doing the actual technical stuff. But the problem was that deep down inside of me, I believed that no one would actually want to watch this type of content. I didn't think that there was a market for it. I didn't think that people were interested in it, and I didn't think that it had any place working out. I thought I was just going to get hated, it was going to be cringe and all this different stuff. Then one fateful day, I had this guy named Andrew Barr pop up on my recommended. Now, this is by no means self-improvement content. However, it integrated just very simple talking, as you can see by the thumbnails. He literally just talks to the camera and he talks about more of the philosophical stuff and lessons that he's learned over the span of the few years that he's been making music, instead of actually going in and showing technical things, meaning that he did exactly what I fucking told myself would never work, and he literally made it work. And this is exactly what happens if you do not overcome your shitty belief patterns. As you can see in this image, this is how your brain is laid out. This is undeniable. It's not some woo-woo bullshit. This is all like proven stuff. The subconscious mind is below the surface and holds things that you do not think about on a day-to-day basis in your actual mind, like the words you hear in your mind. You don't actually think these things, but it is what controls you every single day. Now, as you can see right here, it says beliefs. Beliefs are part of your subconscious mind. Now, what the fuck does this mean? If you have a very, very, very deep-rooted belief of something, maybe, for example, your voice sucks. If you have this belief that because your voice sucks and you cannot become successful with your sucky voice, what's going to happen is because you actually believe that, you're going to try and fight this belief with your conscious thinking mind, and you're going to try to build your music fan base, but you're going to snap back to reality because you deep down don't actually think you're going to become successful. So you're not going to put in the work that you need to put in. You're going to give up very very easily. And anytime you do have a failure, you're going to use that to confirm to yourself that you aren't going to become successful, meaning that once again, it's going to loop around and you are not going to work hard enough and you're going to give up. Another example that I'm going to give is that if you have this deep belief that you are awkward with women, you can try and talk to one girl and force yourself to not be awkward, and it can work. However, as soon as you are caught off guard or you're put in a situation that just makes you a little bit uncomfortable where you weren't prepared, you're going to snap back to being awkward because it's just your deep rooted belief. It's just how you work. It's just, you're not thinking, fuck, I'm going to be awkward. No, it's subconscious. It just happens, right? So what is really needed of you is not to just ignore these beliefs and just pretend that they're not there. That doesn't work. You need to destroy them. Now, the first step to overcoming and destroying these beliefs is you need to identify what beliefs you have that are holding you back. And in order to do this, it's really simple. It's kind of a pain in the ass, but you need to just stare at your wall and ask yourself one simple question. And that one simple question is, why do I not deserve to be successful with my music? Why am I different? Why will I not succeed with my music? What is holding me back? Odds are you're going to think of something. That one thing is probably the belief that you need to destroy. Now, there are 3 different ways that you can destroy a belief, and I'm going to go through every one of them. But I will just tell you that if your belief is something of the external, that's like, my equipment isn't good. If your equipment sucks, you just need to get a job. I'm sorry. Like, you can't destroy that belief because that shit is actually true. This only will solve internal beliefs that are put onto yourself by your own mind. But anyway, the first is obviously to just work as hard as you fucking can for as long as you can until you actually see results, and that will automatically just destroy the belief in itself. So for me personally, always had the belief that I could not make enough money off of my YouTube channel until one day I cracked $500 in a day, and boom, I have never thought the same thing in my fucking life after that day. And I think it's pretty obvious as to why that happened. It's because I literally proved myself wrong. The second way to destroy a shitty belief is to just go and search out for people who are in your exact circumstance but have made it work. Let's use the example of your voice being too annoying so you think that you cannot become successful. I hear this one from my students all the fucking time, and it's really easy to debunk and kind of just instantly get rid of. And it's just to simply ask your own self, how many times have you heard someone and their music and their voice, and you've been annoyed out of your fucking mind by their music and their voice, and you thought it was the shittiest thing in the world, but then you realize that they have a huge music fan base that you would dream to fucking have. That is the exact point proven just wrong. People are out there who will love your voice even if you don't think they will. There are people out there for literally everyone. It's just that simple. Now, the third is the easiest, but most people watching this won't actually understand it, and it's just to visualize the opposite of the belief that you have. Now, this is literally scientific. It's proven. Like, I promise you, I'm not on some weird shit when I say this. Like, I've done the research. It's scientific shit that has been proven. Your brain does not know the difference between imagination and external reality. If you want an example of this, if I imagine right now a woman in my room looking at me, my heart starts to beat really fucking fast. I get really lightheaded and I am about to pass out. So as you can see, your brain doesn't know reality from imagination. It can't decipher the two. So that means whatever your shitty belief is if you just visualize the opposite, eventually it'll leave the imprint in your subconscious brain so it actually acts in accordance to that new reality that you've put inside of your imagination. Now, I'm just going to give the real world example for this. Let's say you are very, very, very awkward at parties. You try to go to parties and you literally just can't talk to people. You stumble over your words, you stutter. This has now left the imprint in your subconscious mind that is how you are going to act. But because your brain doesn't know real from fake, if you visualize yourself in that party 30 times a day, and I don't know why you would do this, you're kind of a weirdo if you do this, but if you do visualize 30 times a day of you not stuttering over your words, being very fluent socially, being like the life of the party, eventually, the longer that you do it, it stacks up in your brain until eventually there's like a scale. So like if you have the positive experiences in your brain of the visualization, eventually when you do that so many times that the actual reality like goes up here, then this one matters more. So now your subconscious brain, like, it acts in accordance to that one instead of the actual reality. I swear to God, that's how it works. And once you've done this and you've stacked enough rocks on the side of the side that you want, you now don't have to fight with yourself anymore. Now we have a bonus mistake. Let's fucking go. Bonus mistake number 4 is something that I see from literally every single artist, and please fucking God, just fix this mistake. Fix this if you want to fix anything else. Please, bro. You need to understand that people do not give a fuck about your music. Send 10,000 people a link to your music and say, bro, just give me a chance. Like, I'm different. I got something going on here. I'm unique. Please just listen to my music. I promise you, not a single one of those 10,000 people will give a single fuck about you, bro. You literally need to stop trying to force your music onto other people by trying to get them to listen. That's literally like DMing a girl and saying, please give me a chance. Really, bro? What you need to do is you need to make better music, and you need to follow the vehicle that I told you. Just simply put your music out there and allow the people to come to you. Like, it's just a reality. It doesn't make me a shitty person. It doesn't make anyone else a shitty person. You know in your own brain, if someone sent you their music, you wouldn't listen to it. So why the fuck are you different? You're not. It is only once you have hype built up around your music where you've actually impacted people with your good music, where people are actually going to listen to you if you tell them to do something. I see so many fucking people on Instagram that have like less than 1,000 followers that post on their stories and they're like, yo, run this up to 500 streams or some bullshit like that. People don't care, bro. What you need to do is you just need to simply work harder, bro. It's just that simple. Now, that is all I have for you. If you like the videos like this where I go into things that are more complex and not so like basic like other YouTubers tend to fucking do, like, I hated that when I was trying to learn this shit. I try to go into like really complex things that actually help people. I try not to optimize so much for views and clickbait and getting you to watch. I try to just actually give you genuine advice that will help. So if this shit does help you, feel free to comment, or if you really want to motivate me and help me out and make me want to make more videos like this, follow me on Instagram and DM me and tell me that this shit helped you. Tell me what you're currently struggling with, and I'll probably make a video on it if it's something that I feel like is a common issue. So thanks for watching. Bye bye.